It's time for Coffee on the Coast. Today's special guest is Tim Gadzinski of the Manitowoc Public Library. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Coffee on the Coast. I'm your host this afternoon, Tina Prigge, and I am delighted to be joined by Tim Gadzinski, this guy right here from the award-winning Manitowoc Public Library. Tim, it is always so good to see you on the show. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you. It's always fantastic to be here. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. And so, today is the day before Thanksgiving. It's the day of the Manitowoc Lakeshore Holiday Parade, which really kind of, in my mind, kicks off the whole season of giving and the whole season of goodwill. And so you're here to talk to us today about Giving Tuesday and how people can support the Friends of the Manitowoc Public Library in their important mission. Can you tell us more?
Sure. Where would you like me to start? Would you like me to start with our fundraising event or what Giving Tuesday is? Because I'm
You know
not
what?
sure how familiar everyone is with it.
Let's make sure people know first and foremost what Giving Tuesday is. So we're talking Tuesday, November 30th. What
Right.
happens?
It's always the Tuesday following Thanksgiving. And while I don't have any hard evidence of this, I believe that it was started in reaction to Black Friday and Cyber Monday, because it is just a day that was initiated in 2012, and it is just in place for people to donate to institutions in their community that they feel do great things for everybody. And there's no tchotchkes, there's no gift baskets, there are no giveaways. It is just giving because it's the right thing to do. And that's what the founders of Giving Tuesday were trying to do, was to establish a more just and good world where people just did things because they were moved to do it, not because they were being, rewarded for it with little treats. And
I love it. That is noble. That is awesome.
I agree, and it's just really, it's very simple, and it's got a simple elegance to it that really appeals to me. When my wife and I were heavily involved with Madison Elementary PTO when our daughter was a student there, we always thought it would just be nice if we could give some money towards something that we wanted to, instead of having to accumulate tubs of popcorn or pounds of fudge, or just things you didn't need. And so this kind of thing has always appealed to me for a while. And then when I found out about it, I thought, what a great thing to get involved with. So to segue so smoothly right into the reason we're doing it at the library is because, as you know, a little thing called the pandemic came along. And as a result of that, the Friends of Manitowoc Public Library had to cancel their used book sale. Initially, it was just the first one. We've had to cancel a total of 4 of the used book sales now, which is horrible on a lot of levels. They're a lot of fun. People love them. It's more people in attendance, everyone. But what's great is that it's a social happening, and you get to pick up a bunch of good books and other materials, CDs, books on CD, DVDs for a really bargain basement price, and it plays into Giving Tuesday in that, like, it's that accumulation of small things that add to a larger total. The book sales, as you well know, books anywhere from a quarter to $1. If it's a specialty book, it might be $5. But I mean, that's like if it's a real collector's item. So that with Giving Tuesday, much like the book sales, it's give what you can. It's not about giving $5,000 or anything like that. And
Which you can, though, if you
you
are so
can.
inclined. Please go ahead.
I'm not trying to dissuade anyone out there who's listening who would like to give $5,000 to the Friends. That would be great. So, but as a result, the Friends had to cancel their book sales, and they used the proceeds that they brought in from the book sales to help to fund the summer reading program at Manitowoc Public Library. The summer reading program is a fantastic thing on a lot of levels. It provides a lot of varied programming for all ages. It encourages people to read for fun on all ages. You do get prizes for reading in that one, but where did you get that lovely swag upon that sparkly cap? But the summer reading program is great. I remember as a kid when the library was over on Hamilton Street. One thing that really stuck with me was one summer, the theme was like a time tunnel. And it was just cardboard boxes that you got to crawl through that had been, decorated with things from dinosaurs to, I guess, on one end to spaceships on the other end. I don't know why they're mutually exclusive, uh, but I that stuck with me and I loved it. It was just fun to read and fun to hang out. You get to meet interesting, fun people, but the friends who really are instrumental in making the summer reading program such a varied and wonderful and exciting thing with their financial support, that was just completely cut off because being canceled. And the typical price tag for the summer reading program is around $7,000. And that's on the low end. It could be a little bit more as well. Are you still there, Tina? Because I
I
froze. My
I
screen
am.
froze for a
I did
second.
notice you froze, but your voice kept going, so we're just rolling with it.
Oh, good. You froze too. I was inclined to panic. You caught me right before I was to stand up and start running around in circles. So I'm glad that didn't happen. But the price tag is around 7,000, and that's on the low end. So we're that is why we do the Giving Tuesday fundraiser. For
And
the
let's talk
last
about
year and
that
this year.
too. For a second, Tim, the summer reading program, not only is it all of the good feels that you just talked about, but you've got hard data that indicates the positive impact that it has for our students. I'm just going to pull up this graphic so
Yeah,
people really
please
can
do.
understand that when students are not in school during the summer, there's oftentimes this thing called a summer slide where their reading ability and things like that, might slide from where it was when they finished school. But you have this data that shows that kids that participated in the summer reading program actually performed better in the fall on their tests. What does it say? Their overall test scores increased 10%
Hmm.
for students who participated in the summer reading program, and decreased 6% for those who did not participate.
Yep.
Like,
No, and it's data we started collecting in 2019, and it actually picked up again last year because the summer reading program was in person as opposed to just being virtual the way it was before. But what it does is it keeps that part of the brain engaged throughout the course of the summer. And I'm not saying that it needs to be hardcore studying, but just casual reading throughout the summer keeps that part of the brain activated. And there's still plenty of time to do other things, but being involved in the summer reading program actually shows solid hard evidence that the people that participated that are still in high school do actively better when they head back to school in the fall. They're not trying to dig out of a hole again because they're still, they're ready to go. They're ready to learn. They're ready to imagine. They're ready to create. And reading, it's no secret. But now we actually, did our own little study on it. It actually is proven that it keeps them engaged, and that, like you said, it's just another important reason that this fundraiser is a good thing and to keep the summer reading program moving forward.
I love it. I think as a community, we are so fortunate to have an institution like the Manitowoc Public Library that makes resources and knowledge available to anyone, any demographic, any age, no matter where you are in the county, you have access to these incredible resources. And I love how you are constantly and continually innovating and bringing new ideas and new experiences. It is so cool. And the summer reading program is one of those that has demonstrated clear benefits. And so, viewers, there is a way for you to support the Friends of the Manitowoc Public Library in this important mission. I'm just going to pull up this graphic. It's Giving Tuesday, November 30th. You can support the Manitowoc Public Library, the Friends of the Manitowoc Public Library, which they will then directly support the summer reading program.
Right. And if you could pop the graphic up one more time,
Yeah.
because I would like to emphasize that this is still, even though we've moved past utter staying at home social distancing, the important thing to remember is that this is primarily an online fundraiser. And what you need to do is right there on your screen, you'll see the URL, www.manitowoclibrary.org/Giving Tuesday. It has even more information than I've given out to you about the Giving Tuesday initiative. But on that page, there is also a Donate Now button. And it goes directly to the Friends PayPal account. And whatever you feel you can give, whether it's $5 or, as Tina so encouragingly said, $5,000, just head to www.manitowoclibrary.org/Giving Tuesday, and you can donate. If you're not comfortable with that, you can also bring it cash or check donation, just earmarked for Friends of Manitowoc Public Library Summer Reading Program. Just bring that to the main service desk at the library, and you can also donate that way if you're not fully comfortable with donating online.
So for somebody who may be watching this right now and they want to take that action and make a donation, do they have to wait until Giving Tuesday, or is it online and available right now that they could take that action?
It's online and available right now. It is active right now. So if you would care to do it right now, right after we go off the air, 11:30 this evening, if you can't sleep around 4 in the morning, if you're heading out to start, maybe let's say you forgot rosemary and you have to head to the grocery store at 4 in the morning because it's just eating at you. And you're like, oh yeah, but I also wanted to donate to the Friends of Manitowoc Public Library Giving Tuesday fundraiser. Just hop online and you can do it. It's active now, and no need to stand on ceremony. Tuesday is the date of emphasis, but you can also donate before that.
And if you're so inclined and you want to get creative, maybe you donate today and then you donate again tomorrow, and then maybe you double it the next day and then double it the day after that until you get to Tuesday. That could be pretty cool.
I really like your thinking. I mean, that if somebody is so inclined to follow that path, please do. That would be wonderful.
I think it's the hat.
Well, the hat, well, that much sparkle is bound to generate some serious brain activity. That's all I can figure. I just don't know if we're going to see that hat again in the near future. Wink. I should also mention that on Giving Tuesday itself, tune into the Manitowoc Public Library's Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/Manitowoc Library. And every hour on the hour, we're going to be having live cut-ins from the library, a couple remotely, people talking about their experiences with the summer reading program, various people from throughout the community. And also in the afternoon, I believe it's at 1:00. You'll definitely want to tune in as we're doing a reader's theater version of Stone Soup at 1:00. So we're actually throwing a little bit of, even though it twists the rules a little bit that you're not supposed to give anything at all, we're doing a little bit of entertainment in there as well. So with staff members from Manitowoc Public Library participating in that.
You guys are just so cool. I absolutely love it.
I absolutely love how many wonderful things you say about the library. It's just incredible the support you throw behind us, and it is greatly, greatly appreciated.
Thanks. I 100% mean it when I say that we are really fortunate as a community to have access to these resources. And, it's funny, when my son was a baby, he was about 11 months old, and I was talking to the library director at the time, and he said, so have you started bringing your son to like story time in the library? I'm like, oh, ha, ha, ha. I thought, I grew up in the era where it was all like, shh, you have to be quiet in the library. And I thought, no way would anybody bring a baby to the library. And he's like, no, like as soon as they're born, you can start bringing kids to the library. There are so many books and toys and activities and programming that benefits them right away. So I immediately started bringing my son, and it's become, it was a lifelong, well, now he's a teenager, so he's doing his own thing. I'm no longer responsible for bringing him to the library, but I could clearly see the positive impact that it had.
Oh yeah, definitely. And baby story time is one of our most popular programs in the youth department. Every week on Wednesday, you can bring. I believe they list the ages as 0 to 2, and it's just story time for the very young, and the babies love it. I mean, the moms love it too. Moms and dads love it, but boy, those babies respond immediately to. Who doesn't like being read a good story? And I think it's, from the moment you're born, I still love being told stories. And so yeah, you're definitely right. Baby story time. It used to be called baby lap sit, but that really wasn't all that descriptive. I mean, of course, where else is a baby going to sit? Pretty much, but baby story time. It's definitely caught on, and people came back to that one right away after we reopened after we were shut down during the pandemic. But that was one program that you didn't need to rebuild the audiences because everyone sees the benefit of it, and it's just fun.
Yeah,
it's a wonderful
so
thing.
valuable. it's great for the kids to be able to connect with one another. It's great for the adults to be able to connect and share and just interact on that level. It's fantastic. And speaking of the Friends of the Manitowoc Public Library book sales, and one of the reasons I miss them so much is some of the best books I have in my collection I have gotten from those book sales. There's like literally these treasures for, a quarter or 50 cents or a dollar, and like you said, every story just expands your mind. It's wonderful.
Oh yeah, no, it's a fantastic thing, and part of it is that it's also hard to refire, not just because of the social distancing aspect, which has people have relaxed a lot about that, but it's getting the volunteers to set up. I mean, the book sales are huge, and so we're hoping, to bring it back in short order. But I know that the one that was in January coming up was officially canceled about 3 weeks ago. So, they're great things and they'll be back. But until that time, we really could use the friends could really use the support of the community at this time. And one other thing I wanted to bring up, and I would have been horribly remiss if I didn't bring this up, is that shortly before coming on today, just a couple hours ago, a business in our community, Aspire 21 and Vicky C. Hafer, stepped up because they really appreciate what the summer reading program does in the library. They are going to do a corporate match for the first $500. Dollar for dollar, they're going to match the first $500 donated to the Friends of Manitowoc Public Library Giving Tuesday initiative. So
That's
I wanted
awesome.
to bring that up. So it's fantastic, and there's rumors that a couple other businesses in town may step up, but I don't know for sure, so I can't mention that as of right now. But for sure, right now, Vicky C. Vicky C. Hafer and Aspire 21, thank you so much, and they will be matching the first $500. So what Tina said, don't wait till Tuesday. Just jump on
Yeah,
board now.
don't wait. That's such an awesome opportunity, and a huge, huge thank you to Vicky C. Hafer and her team over at Aspire Century 21 for standing up and supporting such an important community institution. That is awesome.
It is awesome. I mean, and they're awesome for just approaching us about it. So
Yeah.
it's fantastic. So I really love this event. I get very excited about it. I'm glad we started doing it. Um, it's important and it's fun and it's for a great cause. It really is. And so that's all I
Yeah.
can do is encourage everyone to participate
Yeah.
and and
Yep.
and tune in on Facebook on the 30th if you like that hat. Because without saying too much, that hat may show up again.
What do you think? Should I keep the pins on?
Oh yeah. I think for sure.
Thanks.
I mean, why wouldn't you want to show off your summer reading program swag?
I know, I earned these.
You did. You did.
Awesome.
Important.
Tim, thank you so much for joining us. It is always a true delight to share this time with you. Thank you for telling us about this important way to support the Manitowoc Public Library. Everybody, tune in on Tuesday, November 30th to see the other fun stuff that Tim's got planned. And if you can even start today, start thinking about or actually making those donations. Again, Century 21 Aspire Group has committed to matching up to $500. So right away, you can make a huge impact.
Well, thank you so much, Tina, and everyone at Vagabond for always helping us to get the word out about things and throwing your support behind what we do. It is tremendously appreciated. Thank you so much. And thanks
Our
for having me
pleasure.
on today. It's always fun.
You bet. Looking forward to next time. Everybody, thank you so
Definitely.
much for watching and enjoy the Lakeshore Holiday Parade tonight. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody tomorrow.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. Bye.